Hi there, welcome back. This is Rhett Strike again with Honorary Godparent Family Spiritual Psychotherapy. The book we're going over today is Clark the Shark. One of the reasons we love Clark the Shark for social emotional development is not only does Clark teach waiting, active listening, but he teaches some tools about how to redirect and use positive self-talk in order to help us refocus. So, let's read Clark. Oh, but before we do, our next book that we'll be covering is called A Bad Case of the Stripes by David Shannon. And I really like it because it kind of teaches about self-confidence and kind of holding strong to who you really are. We'll be going over that next time. You can find both of these books at the Orange County Public Library. So without further ado, I bring you Clark the Shark. Written by Bruce Hale, illustrated by Guy Francis. In all the wide blue seas, in all the wide blue world, the top school for fish was Theodore Rosterfish Elementary. And of all the fish at Theodore Rosterfish Elementary, the biggest and the strongest was Clark the Shark. Clark loved school, and he loved his teacher, Mrs. Inky Dink. He loved to play upsy-downsy and spin-a-majig with his friends. Clark loved life. "School is awesome!" shouted Clark the Shark. "Less shouting and more reading," said Miss Inky Dink. "Lunchtime is sweet!" yelled Clark the Shark. "Munch your own lunch," said his best friend Joey Mackerel. "Recess rocks!" bellowed Clark the Shark. "You're playing too rough, Clark," cried the other kids. Yes, Clark loved life with all of his sharky heart, but he loved life. He loved everything way too much. He was too loud. He was too wild. He was just too much shark for all the other fish to handle. After a while, no one would play with Clark. No one ate lunch with him. No one sat with him at the circle time. Even his best friend, Joey Mackerel, said, "Cool your jets, Clark. You're making me crazy." One day, Clark asked Miss Inky Dink, "What's wrong with everyone?" Miss Inky Dink patted his fin. "Clark, sometimes you play too hard. You munch too hard, and gosh, you even help too hard." "But life is just so exciting," said Clark. "There's a time and a place for everything," said Miss Inky Dink. "And sometimes the rule is to stay cool." At recess, Clark tried to stay cool, but he pushed the swing with too much zing. "Sorry," said Clark. "I forgot." "Yikes!" cried Joey Mackerel. At lunch, Clark tried to stay cool, but everything smelled so good that he munched a bunch of lunches. "Sorry," said Clark. "I forgot." "We're starving," said his friends. In class, Clark tried to stay cool, but a good book got him all shook up. "Now, Clark," said Miss Inky Dink, "this isn't the time or the place. Tell me, what's the rule? Stay cool, said Clark. Hey, that rhymes, he cried. Then Clark got a big idea in his sharky head. Maybe if I make a rhyme, I'll remember every time, he thought. And the next day, he put his plan to work. In class, when lessons got exciting and Clark wanted to bounce up out of his seat, instead, he told himself, when the teacher's talking, I don't go walking. And you know what? It worked. Attaboy, Clark, said Miss Inky Dink. Clark smiled. Lessons are fun. At lunch, everything smelled so yummy. When Clark wanted to eat and never stop, he told himself, only munch your own lunch. And it worked again. Way to go, Clark, said his friends. Clark grinned. Lunch is fun. At playtime, Clark told himself, easy does it, that's the way. Then my friends will let me play. And playtime was fun once more. Clark loved his life. But then a shadow fell across the playground, a ginormous shadow with tentacles galore. It's a new kid, and he looks scary, cried Joey Mackerel. Swim for your lives! The squid squashed the slide, and it snapped off the swings. Oops, my bad, said the new kid. Wait, said Clark. He just wants to play. Let's find a way. And he swam at the new kid with all his might. Clark played harder than he had ever before. Upsy-downsy and spin-a-majig. Why, he even made up a new game, Tail Wumpalumps. Wow, that was fun, said the new kid breathlessly, and he settled down. If you want to come to school, you've got to stay cool, said Clark. That's right, Clark, said Miss Inky Dink, and thanks for taking care of our new classmate, Sid the Squid. Hooray for Clark the Shark! Everyone cheered. That night, Clark's mom asked, "What did you learn at school, dear?" That there's a time and a place for everything, Clark said. Sometimes you stay cool. But sometimes a shark's gotta do what a shark's gotta do. Snip, snap, snout. My tale is all told out. Well, I hope you loved Clark as much as I do. He's definitely a unique character. He has a lot of energy and very little focus sometimes. So I like to point out all the different ways that he helps himself as well as others. He shows empathy to the squid and compassion, and he helps the squid to become part of the group by teaching him appropriate skills. So this is another way we can teach kids to reach out to classmates around them and teach them social awareness and body skills like deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness, positive self-talk, all of those types of things. So our next book will be Bad Case of the Stripes. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you again for joining me. And once again, please subscribe if you want to watch more, and visit me at honorarygodparent.com. Once again, I'm Rhett Strika. To the kids, Mr. Strika. Thank you very much. Have a great day.